Now, where we start in this episode is one addressing Ravi Zacharias. Mm-hmm. If you're unfamiliar with who Ravi Zacharias is, without even understating this at all, Ravi Zacharias is probably the most renowned apologist, one of the most. I think William Lane Craig is definitely up there, but yeah. Ravi Zacharias was one of the most renowned, most known renowned apologists of the 21st century. Yeah, he died in 2020. And even while he was alive, there were reports and accusations that came out regarding sexual misconduct. And after he passed, those reports and accusations resurfaced, including some new ones. And to the credit of his organization, who's been very transparent in this process, they basically finalized their investigation and said, look, it's not good. Yeah. It seems that Mr. Zacharias was extremely involved in misconduct, sexually, emotionally, and even I think in one of the statements I saw that rape was a part of that as well.
Accusations.
Yeah. But I don't know if the findings of that, but I think rape, one of the findings were that that was true.
It was true.
It was true. And so as a result of that, people are giving their thoughts. They're putting out videos and I think that the Christian leading out on this is trying to put some guardrails on where they think that conversation inevitably goes.
Well, yeah, right. Christianity is bad.
Yeah. It's like, hey, look, I told you, look at you Christians. You're not perfect. And what the irony is that it's in those moments that non-believers end up joining our chorus. Mm-hmm. And we see the darkness of man, the darkness of humanity. And it seems to be a seed in everybody to look at the evil in someone and say, this is why I'm a better person than you.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are misled, and some people do the misleading, but a lot of people are misled and believe that Christianity is a truth claim to excellence on the human's part. Mm-hmm. And it's the complete opposite.
Right.
It's the complete opposite paired with our need for a savior. And there are questions and I'm sure confusing things that come regarding Ravi Zacharias, and there's extreme disappointments. I was extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came to Christ, I read a lot of his material because I was, extremely fond of apologetics. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But for the one who continues to grow in their knowledge of what Christianity, as C.S. Lewis calls it, mere Christianity, professes to be true, the reality of Ravi Zacharias' malfeasance, sin, darkness, does nothing to the truth claim. If in fact it actually supports it. Mm-hmm. Our need for a new creation made by God. And that new creation comes through the perfect human, Jesus Christ, the only one who is the perfect human. Getting into the discussion of like, oh, so was he a Christian? Was he this? I'm not into that. I'm not into it. I do know one thing. We do know. I think he died unrepentant regarding that thing, publicly.
Yeah.
Publicly, but we don't know, and it's not our business to know.
Nope.
We can look at it. We can look at what has been done and say that is evil. Yeah. And man, it's horrible. And we can be interested in the voices who brought this forward and be praying for them. We can be genuinely concerned that they would seek and find the Lord's comfort in that. We can be praying for Ravi Zacharias' family.
Yeah, his wife,
his daughters. Yeah, because he didn't just do an infraction upon the women, with the sexual misconduct, but this infraction is on his whole family.
Yeah.
So it's one of those moments that truly fits for the phrase, Jesus is still Lord.
Yeah.
And we do hope that
it was never his truth that he was professing.
Yeah, right. It was the gospel. And it's just one of the profound things that we will just have to come to grips with and continue to try to understand is God's use of fallible people. Yeah. Because people think that why would God use a man to do such good? And then the necessary question would be, why would God use any man?